Hello guys, and welcome to another Red Life Studio episode. Please subscribe and give me a like, and share my videos if you're enjoying them. Also, feel free to leave me a comment below. Now let's begin with today's stories.
I caught my mother cheating on my father. What can I do to save their marriage and my family? My parents have been married for over 25 years. Lately they've been fighting more and more often, mostly because my mother seems to be picking fights over the smallest things. While helping my mother with her email account settings, I found another email account where she was corresponding with another man. There were numerous emails about joint trips they had taken, how much they love each other, etc. I immediately confronted my mother about these emails and she apologized profusely to me. She explained to me about how she had discovered intimate emails between my father and another woman 8 years ago. When she confronted my father about these emails, he denied any sexual relationship with that other woman. My mother continued to explain that once the seed of doubt was planted in her mind, she still felt betrayed. She entertained suicidal thoughts and felt like she was just biding her time until her children were grown up enough so that she could ask for a divorce. She explained that for the past few years my father has not been giving her enough attention, love as a woman. Finally she said, "I'm so sorry that you were the one to discover this. Please tell me, what do you want?" I told her that what I want is for her to try harder with the marriage and that she cut things off with the other man. I suggested marriage counseling and my mother agreed. She said she would cut things off with the other guy, but that she needs some time. I promised to keep this a secret, but it's killing me, Reddit. When I mentioned marriage counseling to my father, citing their frequent fights as my reason, he refused to even try one session. He said, "Other people can't solve your problems." My friend and his ex-wife saw a marriage counselor only to get divorced. "Your mom and I will be okay." I'm afraid that my mother will run away with the other man. I'm afraid that my father will somehow find out and do something dangerous and or stupid. I'm afraid that the family I love will no longer exist. What can I do? Should I contact the other man? I have his email address, he's also married and has a religious position in my religious group. I want to tell him to keep his fucking hands off my family. Should I just give my mother more time and keep asking her if it's over? Should I tell my father about it? Is there anyone out there who have gone through something similar that can offer me some guidance? Comment 1. Been there. In my case, all efforts on my part failed. The hardest part for me, at that time I was in my early 20s, was coming to terms with just how much of my identity was tied up in being the member of an intact family. When it dissolved, I was devastated. I felt angry and betrayed for years. In retrospect, and for what it's worth, I think I only gained 2 lessons that might be worth passing along as advice. Do no harm. Make sure you speak and act in such a way around the situation that you don't regret how you handled it. I didn't always do this, and some relations within the family are still unnecessarily strained to this day. Take care of yourself. And by that I mean conscientiously take care of yourself. Whatever happens with your family, you can only be of service to them or yourself if you are intact. Habits, routines, health, grooming, eating, etc. are easy to overlook in a time of crisis, but in retrospect you'll be glad you paid attention to you. That's my 2 cents anyway. Best of luck. Comment 2. The marriage is either gonna be over or be a sham that continues for a while. Either way, you gotta get it through your head that the happy, well-functioning family you may have thought you had is not so happy or well-functioning. That's step 1. Step 2, talk to your mom from a fairness standpoint. Don't get into the nitty-gritty details of the situation, but try to get the point across that you hold deception to be wrong and that it pains you to see her being deceitful towards your father. Step 3, protect yourself. Like someone else said, maintain your physical/emotional health by doing the things you usually do. But also keep your head on a swivel because family trouble can be a dangerous situation. No need to freak out, but just stay aware. Best of luck. Edit, as for the other man, That's really tough that he's in your religious group. No need to be nice to him, since it seems like he's not such a nice guy. Don't feel bad if it seems like you're giving something away by being standoffish, but I wouldn't go out of my way to talk to him about his relationship with your mother either. Story 2. I discovered that my dad is cheating on my mom. My family is going to fall apart. I never thought that I would ever have a story to post on here, but I guess I was wrong. I always looked up to my dad. He did everything he could to make my sister, 17F, and me, 20F, happy and make all our wishes come true. He would bring flowers for my mom every time he went grocery shopping and bring her little presents on special occasions. As a family, we went on a lot of trips. He always wanted to show us as much of the world as he could, although we don't have that much money. I could give many more examples on why I thought he was a great dad and husband and how I would want my future husband to be like him. But that changed only 2 days ago. My sister, calling her Mary, was using my dad's MacBook to do some school stuff on it when she called me into her room. She immediately showed me what she found. My dad has a profile on a dating website. We decided to have a look on his browsing history, and it got worse. He has profiles on several platforms, some of them being called something along Cheating 69 or Find an Affair. We found messages he sent to prostitutes, the sex marketplaces he looked up, and him Googling brothels and sex parties in close cities like every 3 days. And besides that, loads and loads of porn. A lot of them having girls as young as 18 in it. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. Mary would send me screenshots of more things she found while going through more of the browsing history. He looked up different STDs and ordered medication for some of them. That's when our last hope, that he never actually met someone, died. Additionally, he looked up brothels and prostitutes in the city we went to on vacation last year. Of course, while we were on vacation, I decided to have a closer look at the dating websites. He used my mom's, my sister's, and my name as passwords, along with our birthdays. He wrote in his description, "Loyalty and honesty are very important for me" on the site he found after Googling best websites to find an affair. While all of that left both of us hurt and shocked, the most horrible part is seeing him still being super nice to us and my mom not having a clue. At least I'm 99% sure she doesn't have a clue. She recently opened a package containing a fetish product and she was genuinely surprised and laughed about it, thinking my dad would want to surprise her with it. She also got mad at him for liking pictures of much younger girls in swimwear, 18 to 25, on Instagram. I can't imagine her to be okay with all the things he does. Mary and I want to show her all the things, but we can't just yet. My mom goes on vacation with her best friend in 2 weeks, and I don't have the heart to destroy it. She saved her money 1.5 years to afford it, and it's all she talks about recently, getting everything prepared. My mom and dad also plan to go on a vacation in September, and my heart breaks every time she talks about it. My mom is the nicest and sweetest woman I know. The news are going to completely shatter her. She really loves my dad and thinks he is a great man, appreciating everything he does. It hurts me to sit with them and listen to all of what she says. Now, for everyone wondering how Mary and I want to reveal the news, while my mom is on vacation, my dad will be on vacation too. Since we are very close to my aunt, my mom's sister, we think it's best to tell her first during the week my parents are away. She might be a big support when we tell my mom. Besides that, my dad might get aggressive that we found out his secret, so having someone else knowing what's going on will be better for our safety. The only thing that's sure is that my family will fall apart. We are close to our extended family and I know people will take sides. I hope the grammar isn't too bad. I tend to mix English grammar with the grammar of my native language. I really needed to get this off my chest so I could process everything. Edit 1. First of all, a big thank you to everyone giving advices and wishing us luck. I really appreciate it since my sister is the only other person I can talk to about it for now. I try to reply to as many comments as I can. I also wanted to add a few things that got mentioned in the comments a few times already. My dad doesn't have his emotions under control, nor does he know how to talk about it. He did get aggressive in the past, and in order to keep us safe, I will not confront him with it. I simply have no idea how he might react. He knows what he is doing and has no regrets. He mentioned his wife and kids to the women he talked to as well as in his profiles, and since he is using our names as passwords, this isn't a simply mistake. Also, we could trace back his browsing history for about 2 years, and that's how long he is at least cheating. So nope, no regrets. I will call my aunt the first day my parents and ask her to meet up with me. I can't risk it before. I don't want her to feel the same pressure and eventually telling my mom before the trip. Edit 2. To everyone concerned about the STDs, the last search result for something related to STD is from January. I think if he did spread it, my mom would already have something. I will tell her to get tested ASAP though.